I, 20M, come from a shit show of a family. One of my uncles is a raging narcissist, but everyone still talks to him, unfortunately. I will call him Frank. Yesterday, we had a small family dinner since it was my grandmother's birthday. Frank and his wife Sarah are awful to Frank's daughter from his first marriage, Clara, 18F. I would never stop if I explained it all, but all you need to know is that Clara is innocent. They hate her for no reason. Frank hosted a family dinner yesterday, and they were trying to use Clara as a servant. She had already cooked most of the food, and they were trying to make her clean up. She had enough and called her stepbrother, her stepdad's son, to collect her. I've met her stepbrother a few times, and he's a very nice guy, but he does not mess around about his sisters, Clara included. He used to have major anger issues, but he's calmer nowadays. Her stepbrother arrived, and Frank said that he wasn't going to let Clara leave until she washed all the dishes. Other cousins offered to help, but he said that since she made all the dishes, because she did all the cooking, she had to wash them. He then hid her shoes and phone so she couldn't leave. For the first time ever, my mother and other elders were standing up to him and demanding that he let her go home. But he wasn't budging. An argument started. You know the type where all the kids are cleared out of the room. Clara started crying and was just going to do the dishes. But I was like, nah, no way. I went outside to her stepbrother's car, and it turns out one of Clara's cousins from her mom's side was also there with him. They asked what was taking so long, and I informed them of the situation. This is where I might be the asshole, since I knew these two would go in the house and get Clara out by any means necessary. I let them in, and all I can say is that Clara's shoes and phone were returned immediately. I stayed outside, and I am not lying when I say that those men shouted so loudly the windows were shaking. Her stepbrother and cousin also then took a pair of Frank's shoes, TV remote, and a few other things just because they could. Now, everyone is mad at me. My mother is saying I was an asshole because they were trying to get the situation sorted, which is true. That was the first time I saw anyone stand up to Frank. She said now that I got Clara's maternal family involved, things are 1,000,000 times worse. Clara's older brother, not the stepbrother, who is also Frank's son who couldn't make it to the family dinner, has completely disowned his father and is refusing to return a car and lawnmower he borrowed. They are demanding I apologize to Frank and that I also ensure his belongings are returned to him. I don't think I am an asshole because it's his fault he refused to let Clara go,